Why did some people, myself included, not really enjoy Nosferatu? I think I have an answer, and I think it has to do with two different expectations that people might go into this movie with. And I'm going to do one video on one expectation right now and the other on another. But this one's going to be on whether or not you thought you were going to see a horror story or a Gothic tale. And yes, it is a little bit of both, but it is primarily a Gothic tale. So let's talk about what the difference between those two things is. Eggers' 2024 Nosferatu leans heavily into Gothic storytelling. What does that mean? It's all about atmosphere, dark, melancholic tones, eerie shadows, and themes of isolation, decay, and tragic love. Fear here? It's going to be subtle. It's going to be born from tension and the unknown. It's not going to be from jump scares. Basically, a Gothic tale is kind of like an eerie whisper to you in the darkness from the shadows. Now here's the key difference. If you were expecting this version of Nosferatu to be a full-on horror story, meaning monsters, gore, relentless terror, you were looking for stuff that this version of Nosferatu was never aiming to give its audience. Think something like Hereditary or The Shining. That's not really the vibe here, which is to say that horror stories are not whispering from anywhere, they're screaming directly in your face. Robert Eggers' Nosferatu is all about slow-burning Gothic terror. So what does that mean? The fear comes from brooding dread and psychological tension, not the kind of immediate shocks that you would expect from modern horror. And so I think a real litmus as to whether or not you're going to enjoy this movie is that expectation going in. Were you expecting the monster to be grotesque, gory, in your face, scary, and other? Or were you expecting to be a little bit more eerie, a little bit more understated, a little bit more vibe? The fear comes from the atmosphere and the unknown, not from the thing that you're literally seeing in front of you. So I hope that giving this to you helps you temper your expectations, and if you haven't already seen Nosferatu, it may help you have a better viewing experience.